everything Abby Jimenez books because I absolutely adore her. I just discovered her not too long ago and I have binge read all of them. So let's talk everything, how to read them because they are standalone, but they're intertwining standalone. So let's go through synopses without spoilers. So there are two series technically. One is the Friend Zone series, and the other one is the Part of Your World series. Here we go. This is part of the Friend Zone series. So there's three books in each one. It starts with the Friend Zone. This is Kristen and Josh, and they meet through their best friend's wedding planning. So Kristen and Josh are both the best people, so maid of honor and best man to their best friends, and that's how they meet. Immediate attraction, but she keeps her distance because she has an infertility concern. She has a health concern where she doesn't know if she's able to have kids, and she knows that Josh wants a big family in the future. It just is not going to work. She has just kept her guard up with love in general because of this health issue. And so, as all of this goes on, she has to confront her fear of intimacy, opening up to people, letting people in, and these are some of the deep fears, right? Of learning to trust and coping with loss. There's loss in this book. There is finding love in unexpected places. So that is the Friend Zone. And then you have the Happy Ever After playlist, which centers around Sloane, who is Kristen's best friend, the one that was getting married. So in this one, you have to read the Friend Zone first. Do not read the Happy Ever After playlist first because there are huge spoilers in this one if you have not read the Friend Zone. But this is Sloane and Jason, who is a charming musician that is on tour, super big star. But Sloane does not know this when she finds his dog, who just ends up falling into her lap, but he is out of town. And so they correspond on phones and end up being attracted to one another. But she does not know Jason is actually Jackson, who is a big, super mega star. And there are tons of themes of loss, going through grief, letting people in again, learning to love again. And then Jason, there is everything about stars and what their family, what their relationships, all the scrutiny, all that kind of stuff definitely made me think of like Taylor Swift or like other big stars like that and relationships and what kind of things they must go to where everything's scrutinized in the media, everything's twisted around, anything that you do gets scrutinized. And so definitely a lot of thought points on this. Together, they learn to lean on each other for support, figure out what is the right way to handle some of these things, learning to trust, work through issues, healing, all of that. All these books, they have such good banter, makes you laugh, makes you cry, at least if you're a crier like me, tears your heart out and then puts it back together. Absolutely beautiful. And then we come to Life's Too Short, where I think this is my favorite out of this series. They're all fantastic, but this one is my favorite. You have Vanessa Price, who has this family history of women dying young. So her mom did not make it to 30. And so she is concerned she has this gene as well, gives up her job, travels around the world to live her life to the fullest if she doesn't live long, creates a YouTube channel for it, ends up having millions of subscribers. So she is a social media princess and ends up becoming a mom unexpectedly because her sister cannot care for her baby because she has addiction issues. And so unknowingly, Vanessa inherits a baby, and the rest of her family also has issues as well that they are dealing with. And so there is a lot of family drama, addiction, and then learning to live life to how you want to, prioritizing life because life's too short, right? To not enjoy, to not live it to its full, to not live it the way that you want to. You never know what's going to happen. But thankfully, she has a hot lawyer next door neighbor named Adrian, who comes to her rescue as a baby whisperer. They meet because the baby's just crying, crying, crying. He comes over and says, "Can I try to help?" And they hit it off from there, but she obviously does not want to be in a relationship because she doesn't know if she's going to live past 30, right? And she does not want to subject anybody to that kind of loss of losing someone you absolutely love. And he has his own issues that he is dealing with. And so learning to live in these things of prioritizing life, letting people in, when to take chances and to when to give second chances to people as well. I really resonated with it because of thinking about life priorities, big life decisions. And I also have a YouTube channel like you are here. If you're not subscribing and you're enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button, like it, and share with your friends also that are book lovers, won't you? So now let's move on to the Part of Your World series. They're all intertwined, like I said, but as we go into the Part of Your World series, you are going to see different people come up from other places as well. So, like I said, highly recommend you reading from the friend zone all the way through. Okay, Part of Your World. This is Alexis and Daniel. They're two people from completely different worlds. They meet when Alexis gets stranded in Daniel's small town, and he ends up towing her out so that she can get back on the road. She's coming back from a big event that she has to do because she's part of a very prominent, wealthy line of doctors. Like I said, they're part of completely different worlds. However, they have this desire to be part of each other's worlds, right? And there are so many issues for Alexis to overcome because she is going through emotional abuse from several different important people in her life. There's lack of support from family, crazy expectations from said family, and not feeling like she can choose her own path in life, even if she wants that simple life with Daniel. Just a lot of pressure to be in this line of doctors and carry on the name and what kind of person you should be dating or marrying and all of that. And there's mentions of people like Lola Simone, who you will hear from the Happy Ever After playlist. And it's just fun to hear these little Easter egg name drops and know the context of where those characters come from. So then you have Yours Truly, which is Brianna and Jacob. Brianna is Alexis's best friend, so you do see her in Part of Your World a little bit, but this is her story. She is a well-loved doctor at this hospital, along with where Alexis was. And she's in line to get a chief doctor job. But then Jacob is a new doctor in town that potentially is up for the running as well. So she feels like he's coming for that. But Jacob rubs people the wrong way from the very beginning, all the hospital staff. It turns out, though, that he actually has severe anxiety with people, especially new people, especially just social awkwardness. And they end up bonding because they both stumble into each other in the sob closet. Brianna's dealing with like a very serious health concern for her little brother. And so she comes in here to sob. And Jacob doesn't want to be around people, especially people that don't like him. And so he comes in here to eat lunch by himself. They meet. They end up also exchanging letters as a way to get to know each other. They learn about each other's pains. They learn to support one another, encourage one another in unspeakable ways. They come through for each other in so many beautiful ways. Loved it. It is a beautiful depiction of anxiety, helps people like me that don't have this severe anxiety understand a little more of what it's like to live with that and to be able to help other people and support them in that way. So I think it's an absolutely beautiful book in that I cry in every single one of these. I absolutely do. Happy tears at the end, sad tears in the middle, all of the above. And then you have the latest one, which was just for the summer. You have Emma and Justin. And these two are both good luck charms for people they date and break up with because their exes, the next person they date, ends up being the one. And so they end up chatting on a forum and say, yeah, that happens to me too. They decide to date each other short term just for the summer so that when they break up, they will find their one. As you can imagine, they end up liking each other and trying to navigate all the different things life brings up because Emma has a toxic mom that keeps showing up in whirlwinds, chaos, and Justin ends up becoming the caregiver for his young siblings, means they have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of pain, a lot of hardship to deal with and figure out to find the way to each other. All of them, like I said, complex with love, relationships, all sorts of loss, grief, healing, everything. But especially just for the summer, has a lot of drops and Easter eggs of the whole 5 books before it. And so it is absolutely amazing to see that all come together. Her author's notes are awesome. I love reading them because it gives context to why she has written the book that she has written, things that she has gone through, things that her friends have gone through. Absolutely beautiful. Each and every one of them, so deep, so funny, so lovely. And then the next one, she has mentioned that it's going to be set in a veterinary office and a social media person. But because it's at a vet's office, it's going to have all the animals that have been featured in the other books, which is going to be really fun too. I love that she included that sneak peek. I'm excited. She is an auto-buy author for me. Tell me which book is your favorite. These two are definitely my favorite, although they're all amazing. I want them all. I know I borrowed these from the library, but I'm going to have to get them long term for my home library so I can reread them, let people borrow them. So good. If you love videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.